welcome to the second in our series of the Path of the Lovers. Now, we finished our first part with Romeo and Juliet being interfered with by the families. That was interference. Now, there's an inevitable consequence when people interfere with these mythic lovers, whether it's something dramatic like the families hating each other and feuding, or something as simple as, well, I work days and you work nights, or we're 300 miles apart, or the kids are screaming around our necks and we just want to go and have a cuddle somewhere. Whatever it might happen to be, the inevitable consequence of interference is revealed by, and here it is, it's the Nine of Swords. And just look at that word at the bottom of the card, cruelty. Yes, the tarot cards don't mince words, they really give it to you as it is. So cruelty, symbolized by the symbol at the top, which is Mars, the circle with the arrow, and the symbol at the bottom is very hard to see, Gemini. Mars in Gemini is symbolized by 9 swords dripping blood. And there's all these little angular shapes, swords. It's all about the mind, thoughts. I'm going to give you another esoteric truth, which is that the mind plays tricks and games, referring to rational mind here. And then the one that I love, the mind is the slayer of the real. Now, when we bear in mind the fact that we were referring to life is just a dream in the interference card there, when it got transformed, here what I'm saying is we reach the point of cruelty. The mind becomes the slayer of the real, because these two people are in love, their hearts are open, and yet they're experiencing cruelty in their path of being the lovers. And cruelty manifests in many ways. Perhaps the most obvious one is one person has actually been carrying a lot of heavy emotional baggage, perhaps for all their lives, or maybe they had a lot of emotional baggage dumped upon them by someone quite close to them. When that happens, then what's very likely to happen is that the person will be staggering under the weight of all that emotional baggage, and we call that tar. You can see the reference to the film about the protocol for releasing the tar. This is extraordinarily important in context of two people in love, by the way. That protocol, you might seriously want to consider making use of that one. So here's the issue. If the person is really laden down with tar, then unfortunately what's likely to happen is that when the cruelty starts to manifest in the relationship, then what that person will do is they will then get angry and upset through something trivial, such as you left the top off the toothpaste tube, and they will dump all their tar on their partner, this person they love so deeply. And this is the road of the lovers. This is the path of the lovers. I go back to the Mills brothers, the 1930s. These are fantastic guys of colour from America, and they make all their musical instruments using the sounds from their mouths and their bodies, and they're incredible. And this is the song that they sing. You always hurt the one you love, the one you shouldn't hurt at all. You always take the sweetest rose and crush it till the petals fall. You always break the kindest heart with a hasty word you can't recall. So if I broke your heart last night, it's because I love you most of all. And those Mills brothers, they knew what they were singing about. Let's transform this card. And here it is. When the card gets transformed, we are working now with number 56. And I'm going to say something about those colours, because this is the violet light, also referred to as the violet flame. This is extraordinarily powerful energy from the cosmos. So doing our transubstantiation process as before, with the water, taking it in. This is it. All of the negative of the past is being transmuted by the lilac flame that burns brightly around me. I feel inspired. All of the negativity of the past is being transmuted by the lilac flame that burns brightly around me. I feel inspired. All of the negativity of the past is being transmuted by the lilac flame that burns brightly around me. I feel inspired. And there he is, that Saint Germain himself. Saint Germain is one of these beings that has been involved with Earth and people for a long, long time. Sometimes, maybe 15 to 20% of the time I do the Universal Soul Retrieval, he is there working. Anyone who's experienced serious abuse, and especially sexual abuse, Saint Germain's energy transforms those horrific experiences very, very powerfully indeed. And one of the consequences of a person experiencing serious abuse is they develop strategies to deal with the outside world. So this is to go into more detail now. Overcoming the desire to be invisible. People who've been hurt a lot, one of the strategies they can evolve is becoming invisible. Okay. Overcoming the desire to become invisible. In other words, letting that go. Letting go the desire to become invisible. To be and to act as a catalyst in the world. As a karmic transformer. As an awakener of others. Yes. This is what Saint Germain energy is all about. Transmutation. The raw materials within the genetic structure in which we find ourselves can be cleansed by our intent. Once we intend to cleanse, we are cleansed. And the protocol for releasing the tar is the most efficient and effective method I know of. Check the link. Do it for yourself. By the way, once you've done it one time, it's eternal. A catalyst to bring the keys of higher wisdom and clarity of thought. And this is Saint Germain. So cruelty, we have transformed into Saint Germain. What a wonderful journey the path of the lovers is becoming. And that's the end of the second part of the path of the lovers. Thank you very much.